we come back. Our lovely Brant, you had a wonderful run-in with a little girl. The little girl had no interest in joining the caravan, but had been stealing from it. She didn't have any of the stuff that she was stealing, but she did admit to you that she has been stealing stuff. As you kind of have this conversation with her, she will eventually decide to dip, throws you your thing you're missing, and disappears into the forest, which you will actually be able to find your way back, kind of following the trail of several of the villagers who have kind of set off, and you come upon the party, oddly enough, coming through the trees from the side, and we come back here. As you all approach, you hear Brant clinking as he walks up from the side of you.
Oh, there you are. Welcome
Here
back.
I am. Thank you.
How was your theft?
Well, I'll sort of take my pouch and like swing it around my finger a couple times and then latch it back on my belt.
I see.
Is this the guy you were talking about?
Yeah, this is him. I told you he'd be fine out there on his own. Brant, this is some new friends of ours. This is Mr. Timbers, Nim, Mr. Zook, Nim Timbers, that is, and Arcturus.
I'll sort of give, like a look up and down and, shake both of their hands.
I would shake back.
Oh, it was nice to meet you, and I kind of shake it kind of very seriously.
I'm a normal shake. Just a simple, how you doing? Hey, how you doing?
Are they part of the train? Are they new? Or are you from elsewhere? I'll sort of, turn and address you.
Well, I was in El Terrell, and the whole town just went up and went poof. And he started heading towards Boulder Gate and ran into you guys.
My story is much the same. I was also in Alterell.
Poof.
Poof.
And Zook, why don't you introduce your puppy too while we're at it?
Oh yeah, this is my good friend Yappers.
Yappers kind
goes
of
up
barks. And then he does what?
It just goes up and gives him a sniff.
I'll hold out my metal knuckles just for sniffs.
He'll sniff, and then just kind of like roll me an animal handling check. Oh, all these gnats on the animal handling checks. You see him just like jump up, both paws on kind of your shoulders, and starts licking your face.
I'll like sit down on the ground and like do the ruffling of the neck and like playing around.
Yeah, he very has a great time. He's just like bouncing around in your hands, kind of like runs around between your feet. Will kind of like run around, just slapping you with his tail. He'll do the thing where he like goes around and then comes up from behind you and looks up at you from underneath you.
So what kind of dog is this? Did I miss that
It's a wolf.
in the recap? Oh, okay. So large pup. Got it.
Yeah.
What's the size ratio of Zook to Yappers?
Zook is like not even the height of Yappers in terms of size.
Yeah, we look interesting together.
With that, I'll probably come sort of more into the middle of the group. Just, do a look around to see if anything's changed with any of the immediate people around me. Just to see sort of what I've missed.
I don't know, fam. Has anything changed? What do y'all think?
Nah.
We lost a Dragonborn with a wolf, and we gained a Dragonborn and a guy with a wolf.
I was gonna say, I think Murko's got to have a different look in his eye after pulling that card.
Oh yeah, you're right. Actually, Murko does
He's
look
got
a
a
little
little
bit preoccupied. A little bit yeah.
So I'll probably look everyone up and down. I'll probably like take a second and like sort of have sort of a suspicious look at Murko, since he's, looking a little different and he hasn't really said much yet. And then I'll also look at Jens and make sure that he's doing okay after yesterday.
Let's find out. Jens is doing a little better.
All right. So I'll just sort of make a mental note of both of those, and then turn and look at the rest of the caravan, and then just sort of get settled in.
Cool. As you do so, you all kind of notice as you're... Oh god, what did I do? As you kind of walk up here, you see what looks like several priests on the ground kind of praying, and this kind of like very lovely looking woman with this kind of like white and gold finish with this kind of like white robe on staring at across the river.
Are these friends of yours, Jens? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you got it.
That music changed. Thought I dropped Wi-Fi.
I thought I did too. Yeah, I got scared.
Everyone just freezes for a second. Is there anything across the river here?
As you look across the river, you see what appears to be two distinctly different castles. One castle appears to be somewhat in ruin, while the other one appears to be a fort of some type that it was possibly created. The people that would know what these two things are, my friend brain forgetting names, Matthias and Jens, you would recognize this as being Fort Morning Lord, and then you would know the other one would recognize this as being actually one of the forts of wow, brain's really bad today.
One of the forts.
Elturel. Yike. Yes. One is
the
Fort
one
Morning
without
Lord.
name, the one in ruin?
What?
Which is the named one in ruin, or the speculative?
Fort Morning Lord is the one in ruin.
Okay. Is Fort Morning Lord supposed to be in ruin?
Go ahead and roll me a history check.
You can't just look at a castle that's ruined and be like, and not think, oh, did this used to be ruined? It's simple.
Who was said ruiner?
Good enough. You would know that this fort is rumored to be cursed. And for much time, that is why they created this kind of separate fort away from the castle, is because they believe that the castle is cursed and nobody wants to reside there.
Ah. Fair enough. It's Fort Morning Lord. And the other fort. And the priest folk are just like looking across the river at these forts, praying.
Yes.
Interesting.
Jens, you said Fort Morningwood?
Morning, Lord. Yes.
Morning Lord.
I heard Morningwood too.
Yeah, I thought you were using a euphemism. All right.
No.
I like to believe that Murko was just like staring off the clouds. And he's just like, did somebody say Morningwood?
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened. Yeah. Does that mean you know these guys, Jens?
Do I know these guys?
No. Actually, make me a history check in 5d20.
Oh.
Yeah, no. Don't
Ah.
recognize them if you tried.
No. I don't think I recognize them, even though I'm trying.
We go say hi?
Do they seem friendly?
They don't seem to be paying attention to you, but they don't seem. I mean, it looks like a priest and other priests, like a woman priest and
So are
then
we-
a bunch of men priests.
Are we in front of the caravan, or are we like? Did any members of the caravan go on this trail ahead of us, or
We're
are
in
we?
front of them.
All the
We're in
caravan
front.
is behind. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, Zook, I think high is a good place to start.
Right?
Just like look befuddled, follow slightly further back. I think you're the one who's better at highs, Murko.
I guess I'm gonna just walk up to him.
Sure.
And just say, "Hey, what you guys doing?"
You approach. The woman kind of looks over at you and says, "Ah, praise Lathander. Are you too a disciple of Descender?"
No, I don't think so. Yeah.
Lathander, you said?
Lathander, the Morning Lord. As she kind of stares up at the sun in the sky.
As she says that, I didn't recognize the name, but my head would kind of snap around at talking about the Morning Lord and looking at the sun. I'm not gonna say anything yet, but I definitely did sort of double take at that one.
I turned back to the group. Any Lathander enjoyers amongst us?
Am I a Lathander enjoyer?
Do you, for some reason, don't even recognize what Lathander is?
Nice.
What about you, Arcturus? Are you a godly man?
I've never heard of her.
I turned to the woman praying. Is Lathander a her or a him? Or are they them?
She said, Lord.
He is the Morning Lord. He guides us all to safety and vigilance.
That sounds nice, doesn't it, Zook?
Yeah. Morning's always a good time.
Do you
Oh.
pray here often?
No, we come from, well, what was once the Temple of the Dawn, and now has been destroyed by whatever has occurred.
In El Terrell? Yes.
Yes. We drifted down the river on one of the boats.
I see. I'm so sorry. Do I know anything about the Temple of Dawn?
roll me religion check.
Yes, boss.
Can I also roll religion for if I know anything about Lathander? Because I feel like that's like this parallel to my whole thing.
Roll me
I don't think
religion check. You can try. Okay. Jens, you would know that there's something about a sun temple that was in Elturel, but like you never visited it, so you don't know too much. Brant, you would have actually heard, meeting some of the people involved in the various organizations you were involved with, that Lathander is the god of the sun, also believed to be kind of symbolized as the rising sun, but he was actually the god of the dawn, which represents the potential of a new day. He's basically the god of hope and beginnings. And that is the Temple of Dawn was located within, actually in Elturel.
So then I'll probably sort of walk over to the group and sort of go down on one knee, sort of nearby. And I'll sort of, take my hand axe out and sort of set it on the ground, like facing up. So you can see sort of the etching on it of the sun, and just sort of see what her response is.
You'll see her kneel down next to you, placing both hands on the axe, and looks at you in almost a sign of respect. And she gently bows her head, and then takes out her amulet and presses it against the axe with both hands on it. Praise the Morning Lord, for he will bring us hope and a new beginning for all the refugees.
New beginnings is all anyone can ask, I would say.
Have y'all heard from him? Has he responded to the communion here? Are we still waiting on? Are we still on hold?
She looks at you with confusion, and then says, "The Morning Lord does not speak to just anyone, and only in times of great need."
Greater than Vanishing City?
We do not judge the Morning Lord for the decisions he makes, only for the hope that he will bring.
You had said that you had come by boat. Do you still... Like, I look around, is there like a boat? Like, do you still have a boat?
She looks at you. Sadly, no, we were swept up on shore, and when it all happened, our boat just barely made it out, but then crashed into rocks shortly after.
I see. I'm sorry.
Do any of them look injured? Are they all...
They all seem to be okay.
Okay.
You can roll me an insight, though.
Can I also roll an insight?
Mm-hmm.
Like, kind of interesting. Great.
Dude, I'm burning all my good rolls right off the bat.
Brant, you can tell that this first lady is a cleric. So even if they were injured, probably would have healed them. Yen's, I don't know, man. Weird god. You don't know anything about. Weird lady in a robe. I don't know, dog.
It's kind of weird.
Kind of weird.
To be clear, there's two different forts, correct?
Correct. Well, there's a castle and then there's a fort. Yep.
And they're like
close
Sort of one
to
in
each
front of the
other.
other? Okay, they're close. And do they seem to be facing one or the other? In prayer, or not really?
Wait, you mean like, oh, like what direction they were facing towards?
Yeah.
Roll me a perception check.
Are those horns or those antlers, or feathers?
Those are horns.
Okay.
With the 14, you could tell that they're leaning towards what would be called the Morning Lord, which would be Fort Morning Lord.
And in terms of timing and travel and everything, are we midday or are we like towards the end of the day? I forget.
Midday.
Okay.
Well,
While they were kneeling, Zook had also kneeled just out of copycatting.
you'll see the woman who walks up. My name is Sister Listra, if you were wondering, as she looks around at all of you. And she gently taps you, and you will feel happy.
Who's she tapping?
Zook.
Even more than normal?
Yes.
Awesome.
So do y'all
Make a hit of
intend to go
this.
inside? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was making a joke. You go.
Do y'all intend to go inside or not so much?
You ask inside the fort?
Yeah.
No. It is cursed, or we think so. But we hope for its revival one day.
Hey, y'all looking at it.
We are praying. What it once was a holy site for our Lord.
Fort?
Yes, but it is founded on a holy site where the Morning Lord came and visited and touched the people in such a way that they were left with hope, and those people would eventually create what you now know as Elturel. Or so it's said.
How did it get cursed? Who would do such a thing?
No one knows.
How do you know it's cursed? You gone over there?
We have heard of many die who are visited.
Well, maybe Hope's name is Zook, and he's come to remove the curse of this fortress. You think
Well,
that might be in your prayers, or not so much?
I don't know how to remove curses. How do you curse? I don't know how to remove a curse.
Don't tell him that.
Oh.
I was gonna say I don't know anything about Zook yet, so like Murko saying that, I would have looked at him like, you can do that?
Look,
It is said that it is haunted by an entire garrison of paladins. Thavius Krieg has foretold that no one shall enter, and all entrances were bricked up behind layers of stone and mortar.
I mean, they just stay in there stuck all the time? Sounds boring.
I don't suppose that the curse, well, would it be good for them to wander around and kill innocents, do you think that?
Oh no. Oh no.
There's been enough killed innocents.
Indeed. She kind of like sighs and looks towards the ground. But the Morning Lord shall restore all, as hope shall always come.
Who's Creed foretold that?
Thavius
I'm sorry,
Krieg.
Thaddeus Krieg.
The High Over
The High
Observer.
Observer. Yes. Would I recognize that name?
Roll me 5d20.
God.
Would I also recognize that name?
Roll me a history check.
Fuck.
Nope.
Jens, the name seems myth to you. It doesn't even seem real. And Brant, who the hell is this? Like, Thavius Krieg? Could be anybody.
Whose man's?
Who's Thaddeus Krieg? If I may be so curious.
Zook, you now have inspiration. Lovely inspiration from our audience.
Thank you.
Go ahead and ask that again.
I'm sorry. Who is Thaddeus Krieg? I hope we're not bothering you.
Oh, how do you not know Thavius Krieg? He was the High Observer, the ruler of Elturel. Still the ruler, although none have seen him yet. Although, I guess you might know him as the High Overseer now.
I see.
But I have been here longer, so I knew him before he became what he is.
I see.
Does that mean the position of the High Overseer was otherwise recently vacated?
Well, a long time ago. Well, not that long ago, but a while ago.
Then I thought Hyman Overson was the High Overseer.
Who?
Hyman Overson?
I do not know who you speak of.
Forgive me.
But Thavius Krieg saved us with the companion. Although, now the companion is gone. So, hard to say if he was saved.
Can I walk in front of like the other four and just look at their faces?
Yeah, you're trying to look at the other priests who are still praying?
Yes, I just want to pull up next to the little river here and act like I'm just doing something in there and just kind of look at their faces and see what's going on with them.
Yeah, you look at the priests and you see that their eyes are kind of rolled in the back of their head. You only see the whites of their eyes as they kind of stand in unison, praying in a chant towards the Fort Morning Lord.
Okay.
Yeah, good point. So, Matthias, Murko, what are you all doing? I know, Murko, you came and talked, but curious.
Yeah. After Jens's name dropped in the little exchange, I sort of step back and I would kind of gesture, like tap Jens on the shoulder and say, Jens, let me talk to you for a second.
Yes. I'll follow you. Or like all like huddle.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing you were. Because we got another name in terms of the overseer position, right?
Yes.
She seems to know nothing of the name Oversynth.
Yes. I mean,
This new character,
Other
you don't
people-
know anything. Go ahead, sorry.
no, I don't know anything about Davies Krieg. It sounds like he was maybe the creator of the companion, or she makes it sound that way. Maybe. I mean, I know there are some religious folk who really post up in their temple. You know what I mean? You know, like really don't get out much.
I thought that was like you.
Well, no, I'm not a priest. You know, I'm not like a monk.
But- Right, yeah, I know what you mean. The monk types, the haircut, the hermitry, all that.
Exactly. I don't drink. I drink beer in pubs, not in, I don't know, mortuaries.
Yeah, I got you. Look around, looking for Matthias. Are you nearby, Matthias?
Matthias is like pulled out his alchemist's kit and is just chilling on the side of the road, like.
Okay, so you didn't participate in any of the conversation?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Let's go disrupt Matthias's important chemistry over there really quick. Matthias, the name Krieg, Thavius Krieg, mean anything to you?
God doesn't mean anything to me.
Yes, you would know Thavius Krieg is the High Overseer, or essentially the person who's the ruler of El Terrell. As far as you're aware.
Living in El Terrell, yes, I know who he is. Why do you ask?
Because we're just trying to get our history
Barbarian.
straight. Yeah. Yeah,
Go ahead, Murko,
you
please.
figure it out. No, I might be more lost than you are. I think this one's on you.
I thought you had said that Hyman Oversynth is the High Overseer. No, Matthias?
What did you call him? What is his name?
Hyman Oversynth?
Are you talking
Lahaim
about
Oversynth.
Hiram Oversenda?
Hiram Oversynth, yes.
Yeah, that one.
No.
Yes, the Hyman, yes.
At this, I'm just gonna
Hiram-
like go back on my
Yes.
elbows in the grass and just like look up. Just like, these are my
It
companions right here.
is
Happy to be back,
devastating
sure.
to me that you cannot remember simple name, but I am asshole. Good to know.
Your accent is hard to parse sometimes, Matthias, to be blunt. But
But forgive me, allow
answer
me
the
to
question,
articulate
please.
more often. Hiram Oversenta.
Hamayna Dilada, whatever it is. What's his relation to Mr. Krieg?
Mr. Krieg is the High Overseer. He is ruler of Elturel. Hiram Oversenda is my apprenticeship. He was a high-ranking member of the organization that I am part of.
Understood. Okay.
Oh,
Okay. That does clear
I thought-
things up.
woof. Whoosh.
As As you guys are all like wandering around, yes, something you would notice as you were standing there. Go ahead and roll me an insight, Arcturus. You can tell these people are casting a spell of some kind.
Wow. Okay. Can I just like check intent like on them? Just see if it's any ill intent going here?
Yeah, you're trying to tell if it's like ill intent? Is that what you said?
Right. Yes.
They are not directing their attention towards you, they are still directing their attention in the other way. So you would assume that this, whatever the cast spell is probably not directed at you with an 18 insight.
Right. I guess I kind of just back up. I'd go step back with everybody else again. I'm not really going to say much, but I'm just going to see what happens.
I would assume at this point, like, the caravan is getting closer to us.
They are
So
slowly approaching.
I would probably start getting up and getting ready to rejoin.
Cool.
What do you think, Brant? You in the mood to liberate a fortress, or what's the move here?
Well, regardless of my
What?
mood, I think our first priority is making sure all these people are safe. And traipsing off to a cursed fort, I think, is not the advisable move. I think we need to stay with our responsibility of making sure these people are safe.
You know, Murko, you know, we've known each other for 2 weeks, but I mean, you know, like the cannon has been dropped overboard, man. Like,
Has it been 2
what do
weeks?
you
I
mean?
thought
We're
it was
not
I thought it
gonna
was
go
like 4
to a
days.
cursed fortress.
Listen, let's just be thankful that Brant's back to keep us in line.
I do what I can.
As
So with that, I'll sort of,
you
like stand up, like dust off my pants.
as you get up, Lystra will walk up to you and kind of holds out her hand. Let me see your hand.
I mean, I'll give her my fleshy one first. But I'm assuming that's not what she meant.
She takes your hand, and she smiles and puts her other hand over your hand. There's time for hope and, well, the Morning Lord to help you and your friends on your way. Whatever you may be going, you seem like an interesting bunch, but you seem to lead other refugees like myself. Well, I want you to take this. And she pulls out of her bag and kind of an amulet that has a sun on it, but it's like a sun that's rising. Puts it in your hand. May you take this as something to protect you and your friends on your way, and only call upon our God when you most need it, in the darkest of dark, when there is hope needed.
Thank you. No, I've never been much for rituals and gods, but I have always had a soft spot for the sun. I guess there's worse. Sort of give her a big smile.
The rising of the sun every
Another
day
thank
brings
you.
us hope. The dawn of a new age, of a new time. Much like the companion leaving us shall bring in its own way.
A new age.
Indeed. She smiles and will kind of turn around, assuming nobody else addresses her, and step back into line, looking towards the same place, and starts kind of chanting the same kind of intonation that the rest of them are.
So what did she give me?
You look in your hands, and you'll see what appears to be a golden and silver amulet with a rising sun in the middle, kind of in the siglet of the sigil. You'll see it's kind of like circled like this, and it has the sun kind of peering with kind of squiggly lines representing the sun itself, like rising. And it's literally just like a sigil kind of on this kind of circle amulet with a kind of golden chain.
So it's just a regular amulet.
As far as you can tell.
Alright. Is that what I should add to my inventory?
Yep.
Amen, brother. I look over to Arcturus and Zook, hopefully get their attention if they're not back with the group. Give them sort of like a nod.
So I have my little like pouch that has some stuff in it, and I'll sort of, you know, take the chain and like entwine it with the cord so it like hangs on the pouch. Put it back on.
Cool. And-
I want to look over at the fortress castle to just kind of see like which way they're facing. If I see anything happening over there.
As you look across the water, you'll see what appears to be a bit of water forming in the middle of the river. As it kind of starts to drift into a circle.
It's a cool trick. Then I'm gonna run over here and let them know that the water is doing stuff.
The water's doing water things.
The water's doing water things.
Water
Look at
is
the water.
watering. But is it wet? We'll never know.
Awesome. Anything else you guys would like to do?
I'm gonna walk over to where Matthias is, because that's the direction the caravan is coming as well, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm gonna walk over there, sort of wait by him as they start to come by.
I was also doing that as well.
Cool. As the caravan slowly starts kind of making its way over, you start to hear gasps from the caravan, and as it kind of stops, and they start to stare at the kind of river itself.
What's happening on the river?
Good question. You look at the river.
A man has fallen into the river in Lego City.
Oh my
Gosh.
god.
Jesus Christ.
You see this kind of like orb of water kind of filling, and it starts to glow a bright white light as what appears to be radiant light dispelling itself from the water itself. And you hear the kind of chanting rise from the priests, and Sister Alicia says, "Praise the Morning Lord, for she shall take us forward." And you see just like these beautiful like drops of white light start dispelling from the center of the sphere into the river, creating this kind of like beautiful reflecting glance off of the water itself.
I step back.
Okay.
Maybe you
Too
should
many
get a
orbs.
sample of that, Matthias.
He kind of... Water? I'm okay.
Yeah, Zook said it's doing stuff, and now it's doing stuff, so.
Yes, it's very pretty. It's very pretty water. Why don't you go play in it for a little while?
I'm good, I'm good.
You see several of the children start clapping their hands excitedly, looking over at the pretty water. And then slowly you see the kind of water sphere dissolve itself into the water, and this kind of like brilliance of light just kind of shimmers over the top of the river for a while.
While everybody's sort of distracted, can I take a second and sort of look at what Matthias is doing and see if I recognize like any of the stuff that he's using or like what he has and what he's doing, just sort of on the down low.
Sure, Matthias, what are you actually doing?
Just playing with
Matthias
a vial in my
is-
blood.
Like if it's super advanced, then I'm not going to understand. But if
He
it's, like,
hasn't
just
started work
anything-
on the alchemist fire yet. He's gonna wait until they get to camp. But no, he's trying to make the perfume for Zook.
Yeah, you can roll your alchemist kit, and
Can I give him guidance?
yes, you can. Brant, you can roll me a straight intelligence check to understand what exactly is going on here.
I got no fucking clue.
You just see him dabbling with all these like weird chemicals and formulas and tossing this here and there and everywhere. You're like, what the fuck is that?
I'm just gonna sit down next to him and take out my herbalism kit and just start like rolling up some little herbs and like mixing some grass together.
With an 18, you 100% can create this perfume.
He'll I guess guidance, is that like a verbal or somatic in any way? Like would Matthias know that he is
Both, actually.
okay. So Matthias is doing it, and then his finished product, almost finished product, he hears Arcturus do it, and then he kind of stops and puts his hands down.
I just imagine
Thank
you
you.
putting your hands down and it just like splashes just a little bit more in, just enough to make like the perfect recipe as the perfume kind of completes itself here at this point.
Thank you for your help, but if I need it next time, I will ask.
Noted. And I'm gonna walk to the other side of the group. Back over there with you and someone who will appreciate my guidance.
Alright, cool. Yeah.
I'm just like too much big magic orb in too few days. I'm kind of like
I'm capped out on magic orb
I'm
at this
conked
point.
out. Yeah,
It's like the guy with the holy symbol on his chest, tattooed.
It's not an orb. It's not floating. It's not doing stuff. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Is that woman a tiefling?
You can roll me a straight intelligence check.
And it's same for the rest of them. Like, what are they?
They look human, but I don't know if you would know what she is.
Okay.
Yeah, you would actually recognize that tieflings are very few and far between, particularly in Elturel. So you would think it's a little weird that she's here and also says she's from Elturel. But she is wearing the robes of the Morning Lord, whatever the fuck that is.
Right.
Is there any resemblance to the orb I saw in the water and what I may have seen when Elturel was? And I guess it's the opposite, right? This was light. What I was seeing was more dark.
This looked like the companion when it was shining. That looked like darkness and death. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna be skipping. I'm happy.
Nice.
Back and forth between the two groups.
Anything else you guys would like to do?
I'm just gonna keep hanging out by Matthias, I think, since he's sort of near in the back of the group. Just hanging out there, I think.
Matthias is taking stuff out of his herbalism kit and refilling Brant's, where he sees that stuff is running low. He'll like split his so that he has more. Not saying anything, just like
I guess I won't say anything either, but I'll give, like a nod.
Cool.
Everyone else just teleports.
Anything?
Square. It looks good.
Anything else as you notice the kind of caravan starts to catch up with you here and almost appears to be upon you.
Yeah, as I RP walk over to Arcturus, I say to him, what's your read on these fellas, Arcturus?
I mean, everyone serves somebody, so they're just, finding the light in the darkness, as they said. So I think they're, I'm not going to hang out with them for the rest of the day, but I'd say they're good.
Not gonna hang out with them the rest of the day, but they seem fine. Maybe, kinda.
I mean, we like the sun, right? We need that.
Yeah, that's true. Sun is generally positive, right? But I don't know. There's something about them. They made it out of El Terrell before us. They're here before us. Although they had a boat. Yeah, they did have a boat.
Oh, real quick, would I have remembered any boats that were ahead of our boat when I was escaping as well?
You were pretty frantic, but you can roll me a history check.
Right.
Murko saying that, I'd probably say something like, you don't know how good the sun is until you've grown up without it.
Honestly, with the 17, yes, you would have recognized that some of the other boats had gotten off before you. Obviously, you were, slowing down and doing other things, so it's highly possible that, maybe they escaped the kind of torrential whirlpool that was created after the Companion fully took away the city.
Okay. I think they're pretty valid. The story sounds legit, so...
I don't know. Maybe it's just the skeptic in me.
Do you want to do something about it?
Well, my instinct is murder all of them, but I don't think that's the best idea.
I would say probably not just yet. Maybe wait a couple minutes.
With that, you hear the chanting stop. The kind of
As he says murder, or just...
No. As the process is going on,
all their heads.
You see the chanting stop and
murder record scratch.
You see, you see the glowing on the river come to a stop as they all just kind of turn and are kind of like if you see a huddle of football players. That's kind of what they're doing right now, all huddling together and talking to each other in excited voices.
Can I hear what they're saying from where I'm at, or no?
Go ahead and roll me a perception check. Oh, baby, yes. What you can tell that they're talking about is just the fact that this spell actually worked, and that they were happy and excited that the people, the refugees, were genuinely excited about what they created for them.
And I would lean back into Murko and say, they're not a threat. I think we can keep going.
I'll give him a nod. And I'll speak up to him. I'll sort of shout over to him. Hey, now that the show's over, where are y'all headed? Y'all need a ride?
Sister Lishra, after they kind of stop talking for a sec, she steps forward. Oh, praise the Morning Lord. Yes, we would be incentivized to join your group if it's possible, if the Morning Lord forbids.
Forbids?
Doesn't forbid, sorry.
Oh.
And I just kind of like I lean over and whisper to Jens, is like, so the Morning Lord's gonna respond to them coming with us, but not to the sun falling out of the sky.
Jens has been like squelching like nervous laughter at like or nervous giggling at all the mention of the sun. I don't think I even clocked that Arcturus like spoke to me. Like what?
I notice and get a little offended.
Okay. What did you say, Arcturus? I'm sorry.
Oh, nothing. Must have been the wind.
They're weird. Oh.
Yeah, that'll work.
Well, I can't speak to. I can't speak for your lord, but I mean, let us know. Half the day is up, and if we can't set up camp in those forts, we're gonna get on our way. Are y'all headed? Do y'all have a destination? Because we sure do.
We are headed to Baldur's Gate. Seems to be the only place that is, well, fitting for our group.
Yeah, we're headed there too.
Maybe we should wait for Rhea and see if she wants them to join the group.
I don't think we
Can't
have much of a
stop
say.
them
in who
from
joins
heading
the
to
group.
Baldur's
This
Gate.
is-
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a full train of refugees. I think whoever is able to join should join.
She nods.
This is an evacuation.
She nods as you say this. We already saw many other refugees ahead, heading that way.
Yeah, the shitty ones. This is the good group.
Okay.
Yep, true.
Marco.
She gets a weird look in her eyes. All are the same in the Morning Lord's glory, but we would be happy to join your group, if not only to incentivize hope within their souls.
So,
Yeah, glory of the morning, wood hole, all that. Come on, let's get going.
Can I walk by and go past Murko and just sort of singe a little hole in the back of his shirt with one of my fingers?
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Just enough where he's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, I think I'm gonna cuff Murko on his like shoulder. Like, come on, man.
Sister Alicia looks semi-offended, but she doesn't say anything. She just kind of like looks at you and then says, "Well, we will be joining the rest then." And just proceeds to walk the other way as the priests follow her in line towards the
shit
caravan.
talking the priest is never smart.
I turn back and say,
the direct line to God. Like, yeah, that's who I'm gonna fucking get on their bad side.
I turn into the group. I say, "Look, I don't trust these motherfuckers as far as I could throw them. And I got this card right here. I could ask any question about them. We could find something out on these guys. We could get some dirt and really see what's going on with them. So, or not, or they're good people, and I should calm down. But I don't trust them."
Here, ready? I would like to cast command on Murko.
Command?
Yeah.
Murko, are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, you cast command. What is that? That is a wisdom save?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Murko, make a wisdom save. He passes.
Ah.
But what do you say? Because
I just say don't. That's it. That was the command. It's just don't. None of that.
Look, I won't. Because I like you, but don't try that on me again, or we're gonna have some problems. I'm just being cautious here, maybe overly so. All right, I just did some crazy gambling card tricks. I'm a little spooked. I'm on edge. I don't trust people. All right, I don't think that's too crazy of me to not trust the cult in the middle of the woods praying to a fortress after the city blew up. All right, but this is just me. I don't know.
I kind of give like a little
understand
hand
your
raise.
distrust.
Yeah, I also wasn't
I
great.
understand your distrust after the 3 or 4 cults that we've run into. But how about not getting on the bad side of the one that welcomed us and gave us a gift? How about we be nice to them, maybe, perhaps? The
True.
ones that didn't immediately attack us with undead freaks.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. You might have to
I'm
put
pretty
a
sure they
muzzle on
weren't.
me. Sorry, go ahead.
Pretty sure they weren't all undead. I think I tried something. They weren't undead.
Than just regular freaks, then.
Either way, understood. I think you're right. But they have a good sense of humor anyway. They get it.
I'm gonna
They're
look
freaks,
back
right? They
And just watch them, storm off through the caravan.
Yep. As you say this, you'll see Sister Alicia has like kind of joined the caravan at this point, and is talking to Rhea as the caravan slowly makes its way towards you. Rhea looks at you all and is just like, "So you guys were supposed to be in front of us? You gonna go or what?"
Yeah, sure. Let's go, guys.
I act like I'm finishing tying my shoe that's not even there, and I stand back up and continue walking.
Away.
I think I am gonna sort of stand still and let more of the caravan go by, and I just want to like scan because I haven't seen the caravan yet today, and I just want to check on like how people are doing, if people are falling behind, like sort of the state of the people. I don't want to just come to find out that we lost 15 grandmas off the back of the caravan because they couldn't keep up.
Brent, where are you? Come on, Brent.
I'll catch up.
As you continue standing there, you see Rhea just give you a death glare as she approaches.
Approaches me.
Yep.
Adios.
And she says, "So, you going to stick with them? You guys were supposed to lead and scout?"
We have a full party ahead scouting. I want to make sure that everybody's well taken care of back here, and then I'll go join them.
We're all good. Don't worry about it.
I may not be worried, but I am going to be cautious. This is a dangerous situation. We need to make sure everybody's okay. I trust you.
She kind of sighs and gives you, again, this kind of same death glare. Almost like if you've seen a teenager just gotta give you a death glare, like with her arms crossed, staring at you, like leaning back on one foot. "Don't worry, Thok is behind. He's taking up the rear. He'll make sure that he picks up anybody, literally, if he has to take him on the caravan, okay?"
Out of game. I did meet Thok before I left, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
You did, yeah.
He's the big orc fella.
Yeah, but I was trying to remember if that was
Citizen 43.
before or after I left.
Citizen
40.
Yeah, okay.
She just kind of
And,
stares at you.
Uh,
And she, like, makes a motion. You keep going.
Yeah, so just, through the day, I'll probably make my way all the way to the back, like touch base with Thok, and then move back to the front again.
That's fair. Alright, cool. So you guys are heading forward. We are going to take a quick break. As we, continue, as you guys continue on your travel, we continue down this kind of very scenic path, coming across this kind of hills kind of to the side, and The only real growth or significant growth is this kind of like by the river, right? This is the only place that you really see these kind of trees and grass growing in such abundance. Yeah, we kind of see this as we continue down here, traveling on our way. The day is pretty relaxing, not too much going on. However, as you guys continue on your way, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
All of us?
Yep. Oh, baby. What rolls? Nice. Arcturus, Matthias, Murko. You will all see as you kind of continue down here, what appears to be a little girl picking up stuff from a pile of kind of like this kind of ransack pile of various assorted things. Brant, as you get closer, you recognize this to be the same little girl that you had previously ran into.
She's like ahead of us on the road?
Yeah, so she's like about 50 feet down from you on the riverbank, kind of looming over this kind of pile of belongings. She doesn't seem to notice you guys as you are approaching.
Alright, in that case, then I'd like to sort of go ahead on the road and then loop around and sort of come at her from the other side so she can't just like bolt off that way. So like everybody else is over here, and I want to sort of sandwich her and try and come up to her without seeing anything, without her seeing me.
Sure, so you try to get like ahead of her, I guess, or like you're trying to like split from the party, go around, and then come back?
Yeah, so that, you know, like if this is the road we're traveling, the party's here, I want to come up and around, that she's here, the party's here, and then I'm here.
Yeah, sure. The rest of you do, however, see this little girl as he decides to split from the party and starts moving quickly away from you guys ahead.
Before I leave, I will. Who's nearest to me at that moment? I guess. I don't know, because I would have been moving around.
I would say they all are.
Yeah, I'll just, you know, in sort of a low voice, say, that's the one who raided my tent. She's been stealing from the caravan. I'm gonna make sure that she can't run away again.
I would lean into Murko and I'd say, "This might be your line of work, pal."
Yeah, I take out my rapier and give Arcturus a sly little grin.
Cool. She's there.
So I'm on the other side of her.
I don't know. Are they? I'm assuming. Are you guys waiting for him to engage first?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
I think I would just go up and say, "Hey, little girl, what's your name?"
She looks slightly spooked by you just running up to her like that. Hi.
Hey, name is Zook. What's your name?
I'm not really good with strangers.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah, I met a stranger earlier. He tried to take stuff from me. It wasn't very nice.
What do you look like?
I don't know, big guy. Kinda had this weird fiery presence about him. I don't know what was going on.
If you see him, let me know. I'll take care of him.
Okay. Thank you. That's nice. Nobody really cares about me. Although he seemed like he wanted to bring me into the group, but then I didn't want to go into the group, and now he's, you know, I don't know what's going on.
You all alone?
Yeah,
Oh, well, then you should be with us. We can protect you.
I've always kind of been alone. I'm honestly fine being alone.
And I'm stalling here as much as I can.
Yeah, I was gonna say, while she's distracted, can I, sort of come up behind her?
You can. What is your plan?
I am going to, come like right up to her, like the cartoon thing of like where the sun suddenly goes away and then she like looks up and I'm like standing there.
And it's just the sun.
Sure,
And
yeah.
on fire.
You can roll stealth.
That could have been good.
With a 9, she hears you clanking as you approach. Ah! That was the guy! Get him! He was the one!
I just look confused.
Well, I, who do not know Brant, obviously, I'm gonna draw my sword.
Yeah, he tried to take stuff from me! Protect me!
I would like to just do a little insight
tried
on
to take
Brant.
stuff from you.
Alright,
None of my weapons out. I'm just standing there. I'm
You're-
just like laughing at it.
You're trying to do an insight to her?
No, yeah, her.
No, on
Yeah,
me.
well, I'll do her and Brant. I want to look at them both and just like see who I think is really telling the truth here.
Sure. Insight, who do you want to insight first?
Brant.
Okay, Brent, go ahead and roll me, I mean, you don't need to roll me anything. Brent seems to be telling the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Right. Slink. My blade just went back, obviously. And I just kind of take a step back. Alright, not me then.
You were trying to take my stuff.
I was trying to take my stuff.
No, my stuff. I found it.
And where'd you find it?
You know, everywhere. Different places. People find things all
In
the
my
time.
tent.
Hey, just because you leave your stuff out in the open doesn't mean it's my fault.
It wasn't in the open. It was in my tent. My closed tent.
No. It was... The hole was already in the back. I just saw it glinting, and I was like, that looks nice. And then I grabbed it.
Little girl, these are some serious accusations you're leveling here. Do you have legal representation?
Leveling? What do you mean leveling? I don't understand
Legal. Legal representation.
that. What is legal representation?
Well, it's you're in luck actually. It's men like me. We represent delinquents like you who level accusations against honest men like him. But seeing as again, I am one of those lawmen. I can represent you in your case, but it's going to cost you everything that you've taken so far. What do you got?
She looks very confused about this entire conversation. And then she's just like, I've been an orphan for a long time. I told him that, and then he was like, no, you can't be an orphan, whatever. It's stupid. I was born an orphan. I'm always going to be an orphan. And then he was like trying to convince me to come join your little group, and I was like, no, I don't want to do that. And then he like tried to make me give him stuff. I'm just saying that like all this is very wrong. This is fucked up. That's all I gotta say. He like stares at the ground.
do you mind if I try talking with her?
Yeah, but no candy.
She like looks up at the mention of candy.
He will go and pull out some of the like rock candy that he has and hand it over to her. Hello, little girl. My name is Matthias. What is yours?
She gingerly like takes the candy out of your hand, very, very, very like slowly, and then grabs it and then pulls it out of your hand real quick. My name Koi.
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 That is a good name, Koi. Who gave you that name?
Me. The fish in the pond were very pretty. They kept calling them Koi. I like to be cute. Well, I think I'm pretty. People call me pretty.
Well, Koi, I'm going to be honest with you. I think that we are smart in the same direction. Me with my ability to make things like that nice little candy that you have, and you with your ability to take things. You know that it is wrong to take things that aren't yours.
Well, if they happen to be lying around, I don't think it's wrong.
Fair enough. But do you think that if you have to sneak into places to take them, they're not really lying around, are they?
But it's not really sneaking when nobody's on guard and everybody's asleep.
Right.
You just like walk around, people just leave their shit everywhere, and then you're like, wow, that could be helpful. Or like, maybe I'm hungry because I don't have food, and I can't make money, so I just take food. They seem to have plenty of it. It should be fine.
Let me ask you, my friend Brant there offered to let you travel with people who could take care of you, but you said no. Is that right?
Well, I mean, I've been alone a long time. I think I'm good. I can take care of myself.
Right. That's no
I want
question.
to be clear. I also offered to set her up in a nearby town. She declined that as well.
Why
I gave
would
her a whole host of options other than taking her stuff back.
Why would she accept help from you? She just said she could do it on her own. Right, Koi?
Yeah! I'm strong and independent. And he just thinks he can order me around and tell me what to do.
Absolutely.
I thought I was very polite. There was no ordering happening here.
What do they call it? Mansplaining? That's what he was doing.
How old does Koi look?
Very young.
Well,
this girl is probably like 12 years old.
let me be the first and the last to tell you that strong, independent young women like yourself, they are free to take what they like and keep it for as long as they like. Unfortunately, when men like, and he points to Murko, find out that they've been stolen from, they are not so nice to strong, independent women.
Well, to be fair, I've dealt with people like them before.
Have you?
They didn't do very well. They think they're good fighters, and then they come, and then they try to take stuff, and then I stab, and then they dead.
Oh.
But, anyways.
I'm gonna step back.
But as Jens goes a step back, kind of like put my arm around him, like, she's a little girl, it's okay.
I'm gonna like wriggle, like, and then settle.
I'm foreseeing a Monty Python situation with the rabbit.
Straight up. This girl's actually like OP.
Well, Koi,
Yeah?
as a strong, independent woman, I would like to make you a deal.
What's the deal? I like deals.
I'm sure you do. It is not safe out here on your own. And while I recognize that you want to be alone, trust me, he kind of looks at the others. I'd much rather be alone. Sometimes it's better if you travel with other people. So, how about this? You come with us, we make sure you have all the food that you need until we get to where we're going. I will supply you with a generous amount of that sweet candy there. And then, when we arrive at our destination, you are free to go and do as you like.
She thinks for a moment. Go ahead and roll me a persuasion check.
Can I mutter something real quick and like wink at my boy that doesn't want guidance and give him guidance anyways?
You bitch.
Like, give him a quick wink and like a nice like shoulder tap.
You can definitely do so.
Like,
Okay. Oh, she is pretty.
yikes,
Oh my God.
one.
Can I keep scanning her pile of goodies and see like
Perfect for the
what
20.
I recognize from where in the caravan?
Yeah, you
Like,
can make
what's in
me.
it?
You can make me a perception check. She thinks for a second and looks at you. Okay.
Oh, that's some shit.
A deal, but he can't take any of my stuff. As he points towards Brant.
You're a strong, independent woman. If he tries to take your things, stab him.
Are you okay? Wait. You all have to be okay with that. As she scans around and looks at each and every one of you.
Make no mistake. Whatever you take, you'd better be ready to defend, because we will be trying to take it back.
Well, I won't take your stuff. If this agreement means that I'm part of your group, well, yeah. I won't take your stuff. I'll only take other people's stuff.
It is still. Pleasure doing business with you, Cole.
Matthias.
How obviously is Jens like uncomfortable with the situation?
I'm about to make it very obvious. I mean, shouldn't. Think of the children.
Freya
Think
around
of
here?
the refugees. They have nothing. They don't need their things stolen. No offense, Coy, but I mean, these people just lost everything. It sounds like you also, perhaps come from nothing, being an orphan. I don't know you, but I mean, shit, these people, if they're not watching their things at night in their camp, I wouldn't want you to take from them. They've just had their families stripped away. Were you there in Elturel when all these people were killed and slaughtered and lost their homes and their possessions?
Brant, no. Rhea's still behind the group a ways. You aren't here when they were instructed to do this, but the group was instructed to be pretty, basically like a scouting group in front of the rest of the caravan. She looks at you. She kind of walks up and like holds out her hand. Yeah. What's your name?
My name is Jens.
I recognize you. Do you recognize me? Roll 5d20 as this girl gets in your face.
Oh man.
Jens, you have disrupted memories of finding a little girl in the forest who had the same face, same hair, and you were riding on a horse as you flashed by her in the forest.
Sure.
You just see, everybody just looks at Jens and you see him kind of like, his eyes roll in the back of his head as he just like, for a few seconds just stands there motionless. And then Jens, you come back.
I have seen you before, no?
Yeah, you were doing something in the woods. You were carrying something. I don't know what was happening. But some people were shooting at you.
Were they shooting at you?
No, you.
Too?
Just you.
Just me? Oh.
Yeah.
I don't remember that part, to be honest with you.
Then I almost got in trouble because you were getting shot at, and then the guys who came up and they were trying to talk to me, and I was like, no. And then I had to stab one of them because they were trying to take me, and I was like, no. Yeah.
Oh man, shit. Well, I'm glad you got away. I just
Anyways, if anybody needs to be worried about something, it's probably you. You seem like you have people after you. Anyways.
oh okay.
Brent, as you kind of look over the rest of the items here, you do notice that there appears to be pretty common items. None of this is like expensive. It appears to be mostly rations, food. There's a couple of pots. Off an initial glance, without like looking further, that's pretty much all you see.
Looking at her demeanor, the way she's acting, I get the sense that she's putting up a front to try to look like she's badass, but she's really scared, or...
It's a great question. Go ahead and roll me an insight.
While this is happening, can I sort of motion for Murko to like come over to me? Because I don't want to move because I have her flanked.
Yeah, I'll comply. I'll just make my way over there.
Zook, you can definitely tell that there's a bit of... Every time, like, somebody tries to say she's not tough, or every time somebody tries to say she can't handle herself, she always is trying to say no, like, I can't handle myself. But it's not necessarily true, but it is from a perspective of, like, yeah, she just wants, like, she wants to feel confident in herself, and she's trying to be confident as possible in front of you all.
Right. Would you say we're about the same height? She's taller than me?
You guys are about the same height.
Alright.
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna kind of go up to her and I'm gonna be like, look, I know what it's like to be alone. I was alone for a long time myself. I lost my dad and my mom. I was all alone. I know what it's like. It's better when you're with a group of people. They can help you. They can protect you. My friend Yappers and his family, they found me and they protected me. I think it'll do you good to be around others. But you can't take their stuff.
She kind of tilts her head at you. Go ahead and roll me a persuasion.
So while they're having this conversation, she's sort of distracted. I just want to sort of like go into Murko's ear and just be like, "Can you go run and let Rhea that we've run into the thief that's been raiding the caravan? Just let her know. She can keep a better eye on her than we can."
Go ahead and roll me a stealth check while you say this.
I just nod.
Me?
Yep. There's a reason for this.
Why am I at disadvantage for talking?
Not only do you have disadvantage, you roll in that one.
Yeah. I thought I had disadvantage because of my armor. How does that make me not be able to talk quiet?
Cling, 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 cling.
Because even as you move to talk, like, you're still moving, regardless of whether you want to or not. Body language is still a thing. She looks over at you, sees you murmuring, and she's like, "What is he saying now?" And I agree, but like I said, I can take care of myself. I'll be okay. Plus, you all seem like you have a lot of your own issues to solve. But I do agree with him. And she points to Matthias.
Yeah, you're not wrong. We were just talking about introducing you to the head of the camp, or at least, yeah, one of the leaders of the caravan. There's two of them in particular that you should be introduced to in one way or another when you join up.
Are you talking about the younger looking girl?
Yeah, there's a younger girl and there's an older, maybe not older, but a taller gentleman, Thok, who was really the point of our conversation.
The younger looking girl looks cool. She can do some cool things. I saw her kill somebody.
Yeah, who'd you see her kill?
Some guy wearing a hood.
speaking of, when you saw Jens, however long ago that was he alone during the shootout, or?
Yeah, he was on a horse, heading in the opposite direction. I was just in a forest. I was just collecting some berries. And then he ran by on a horse. Bunch of guys chasing him, shooting crossbows, I think. Yeah. That's all I really remember.
That's all I really remember. Yeah. I mean, I barely recognize her. I was being shot at. Fuck me, right?
Perhaps it is the thin air from the dizzying heights of the pedestal that you have put yourself up on, perhaps?
I put him up there.
Yo, take inspiration, Matthias. Oh my god. Oh. Oh, beautiful.
It's-
So beautiful.
I'll double check to make sure that like I'm not taller than Matthias. Like,
I thought you were gonna say double check to make sure you're still alive.
no.
Getting roasted from all angles.
What? I don't really
I've seen
sit
people
in many
tossed in the fire with
chairs.
less burn than that.
Oh, I see. I thought you didn't hate us, Matthias. I thought I heard you
expressed-
say that earlier.
And I believe I said if you repeated it that I would deny it, so here we are.
Well, clearly I don't remember much.
You're not exactly a reliable witness there, Jens.
Yeah, I guess not.
Alright, Koi goes over to her stuff and starts collecting it and kind of putting it on her bag as she kind of waits for you guys to finish doing whatever you're doing. Puts the bag on her back and then walks up to Matthias and kind of sticks out her hand. I believe you, but the rest of them are kind of mean. Well, some of them are mean. Some of them are just stupid, and some of them just, I don't know. They need to get their act together. You know what I mean? And she like stares up at you.
He'll take her hand. I know exactly what you mean. I feel the same way.
She just like nods her head. Anything else you guys are gonna do?
I will say, Brant loves kids, but for like half a second, he like touches the handle of his axe and then puts his hand back up.
It would only take one swing, bitch. One swing.
I noticed that and smiled deviously.
Cool. What are you guys doing? You guys have a child. Congrats.
Oh,
Fucking
she's
rope
with
me
us,
in
with us,
this.
or was she walking back to the caravan?
Nope, she's holding
I will-
Matthias' hand.
I
Oh,
will walk
gosh.
her back to the caravan.
Okay.
She cannot come with us.
You notice her like start swinging with one of your hands and like skipping as you guys go, and all the stuff on her bag is just like jingling as you do this.
I'm going to deliver her to our friends, and I will return shortly. Feel free to continue without me.
Can
Oh,
I
sweet.
tag along so I want to try and find Rhea and talk to her?
Yeah,
Sure.
you can tag along.
Like, I'm not going to be right next to them. Like, I'm probably going to be on the other side of the road. Going that
Oh
way.
no, don't be weird about it. Just come with us. Hey, Koi, if you let Brant take your other hand, we can swing you in the air.
I kind of like this idea. Yeah, come here, big metal man. She holds out a hand.
Brant, will you
Yeah.
assist me?
Yeah.
Begrudgingly, Brant comes up and holds
Yeah.
it. Oh, this is beautiful. You just start swinging Koi back and forth. She seems to be having the time of her life, having a great time. Smiling and giggling all the way back. You do see
Brant-
Rhea at the front of the kind of caravan as well.
Brant, what languages do you speak?
I speak Common, Giant, and Primordial.
Never mind. Never mind.
Cool. What are the rest of you doing while they walk back towards the caravan with Koi in tow?
Probably just
I'm
continuing.
fucking leaving. I got roasted. I'm leaving.
Fucking leaving!
But
Fucking
Murko and I are
lame.
gonna pick up Zook and swing him like the little girl too. Like Koi.
Oh my god.
And I'm having a time of my life.
Cool. Yeah, you guys continue on your way. Yeah, Matthias, what are you doing with little Koi?
He will deliver her to Rhea. And I just like, this is my friend Koi. She is going to be joining the caravan until we arrive. He'll hand her the jar of kind of candies that he has pre-made. I promised her a little helping, so just kind of give them to her as you see fit. I will make more to deliver back to you to hold up my end of the bargain. He's gonna lean in and be like, she has sticky fingers, so best to keep an eye on her.
Rhea just kind of laughs at that last comment and just like looks Koi up and down. And she kind of like leans down. Oh, you were like me when I was little. Oh, look how cute you are. And she kind of like, nice to meet you. I'm Rhea. I'm Koi. You're kind of cool. You killed somebody. Rhea just kind of like lets out a weird laugh. I think we'll get around just fine. As she looks up at Matthias.
Rhea is a good friend of mine. I'm going to come back and check on you with my friend Brant every once in a while. Behave yourself until we get where we're going, okay?
Yes, behave. Something I'm very good at. Yes, of course.
Behave to the closest extent of our deal. How's that sound?
Okay. I'm gonna stick with her. She points to Rhea.
She's got the candy, so good call.
Rhea just gives a wry smile as she kind of nods at you while Koi is not paying attention.
Well, I know that Brant wanted to speak with you about something. He's gone now. I don't know where he went.
Brant died.
Brant's fucking dead.
Brant's fucking dead. Rhea just kind of nods. I'll talk to him in a bit as she starts to talk to Koi.
Matthias will try and find some sugar to make more candy before, like, while Brant's talking to him, and then they'll head back together, I guess.
Sure, yeah. There's like an entire like rations cart that has just kind of collected stuff. Sugar is one of those things, so pretty easy to find.
Cool.
Cool. The rest of you are continuing forward. Anything in particular you guys are going to do as you head on your way? At this point, it is definitely getting towards evening time, probably almost night.
Really?
Awesome.
I'm going to try to recreate that orb that I saw in the water with minor illusions.
Very, very cool. Can you... I believe minor illusion is too small, but if you want to populate that for me.
I think it's 10 feet.
I can make a smaller version of it, 5 foot.
Yeah, you can definitely make a much, much smaller. This one was very big, but yeah, you can make a smaller version.
Just kind of like, hey guys, look what I can do.
Jens, you see the orb of light reflecting over the water that's about 5 foot.
Oh,
5 foot sphere.
nice work, Nim. Good on ya.
Thanks.
It's a pretty good job. Let me try. And I cast my illusion, try to do the same thing, but it's like a much lesser and lopsided orb.
Or oval.
Yeah, exactly.
Egg shape.
See, like an egg-shaped, bright orb. That's kind of like...
Yeah, it's like the wrong color, it's the wrong shape.
Oh no.
It's like has a tinge of like orange to it compared to like
Exactly.
the bright white.
You're like, that's Murko's, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm still working on it, alright.
Impressive, nonetheless. Pretty cool. I don't know.
I'd dispel it. Maybe we should keep a slower pace, wait for the boys, and find a place to camp out for the night. What do y'all think?
Like a good idea. Let's do that.
By the
Cool.
way, just a little time traveling, because I had to go away from my keyboard. I would have just sort of filled in Rhea about everything that had happened to me and her.
Yeah, she would have been kind of just like nodded and laughed a little bit at some of the remarks that were made, or things that the Koi did, and then would have told you not to worry about it, and that she would take care of it.
And then I'm still sleeping with everything still attached to my body.
Very nice. Yeah, you guys can all join up kind of after Brant and Matthias has made their rounds. Koi now like literally holding the hand of Rhea, which is a very interesting spectacle for the rest of you. As you guys continue on, feel free to have your discussion. Whatever you are planning on here.
I set up my own tent, and also set up one of the other ones that I think I grabbed either Zephyr's or Rolf's. I'll set that one up as well in case anybody needs it, and then I'm gonna wander over to the caravan site and say to the group, I gotta go ask somebody about something real quick, but I'll be back.
I talked
Like
to a man
15
about a
minutes.
horse.
You said what?
So you're gonna talk to a man about a horse?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, sure.
Like a
Are
Don
you?
Quixote reference? What?
Yes, yes. Are you guys trying to set up camp here?
If it's a good spot, I think so.
Sure. I will say one person can make survival check with advantage since you will all be helping.
Who has good survival?
Sounds
Yeah.
like a Zook type thing.
Yeah, I was trying to look and see.
I certainly don't.
I mean, mine's pretty good.
My survival is decent too.
Oh, okay.
Mine's fine. But I wanted to. Are we still by the like?
River?
Yes, right.
Yes, yes.
Can I do a little? Lord knows this is gonna absolutely fucking not work. I already know about myself that I'm not gonna know this, but having learned about Arcturus' background, I'm gonna approach Arcturus and ask, Arcturus, you said you mentioned that you spent time around sailors.
Say that again. It sounded like you cut off me at the end.
You've spent time with sailors, yes? You know about boats and the docks and things from your time in El Terrell, no?
Yes, I do.
With how the... So, I mean... With how the... I don't know, the river looks, and, I don't know, with how the current of the river is and the wind, you know, we were attacked in the night by these folk came from the river, and I just don't want to be attacked again. Do you think that like the conditions of the river would be conducive for another attack come upriver in the night on a boat. Like, should we be worried about attack from the river? I'm like, I didn't have a good night the other night. I really don't want to get attacked again. Do you think that the river poses a risk?
I'm just gonna. I put my hand on your shoulder and I say, I'm here now. It's okay. You don't need to worry about the river. What you should worry about is that little girl stealing your stuff.
Oh, I'm glad I don't have that much stuff.
Maybe Matthias. He's a little. Oh no. Oh
Well,
no, about that
Matthias is
guy.
always
On so
he's
one
always
thing I've ever
fucking
heard in my
weird.
life.
He's always weird. I don't know. Whatever. But I do trust him. I think you should trust him too. But he's definitely a weird guy, giving candy to children and whatnot. But
Yeah.
Are you sure we should be worried about the river?
Don't worry about it. It's fine. You just get a good night's rest.
Fucking hell. Well, I mean, if I'm not on watch, shit. Yeah. Adios. I will happily not be on watch if you're on watch.
I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it.
Thank you.
I can.
Because,
Also, if anyone can't see in the dark, I can let them see in the dark, if need be.
I think Murko can see in the dark if memory serves. He's kind of a shifty character,
Right.
Are you saying that because he's an elf?
Ooh. I thought it was just Arcturus here, Brett. Yeah. But anyway,
Pops his head out of the ground.
yeah. Jesus, no.
What? Record scratch again.
Yeah. Good God. No, not racist.
That wasn't in character, by the way. That was.
Oh, okay. Your Brant voice and your deep, gravelly human voice. Too close and gorgeous.
They're much more different in person. For some reason, Discord just doesn't pick it up properly.
Sure. It's the tone. But fuck. Yeah, what can I say? I think Murko can see the dark.
Good. Nice.
Maybe he can watch too.
Yeah. Good talk.
Thank you. Good talk.
Sleep good, pal. Sleep good.
Super good.
Thank you, pal.
Is anyone who's finding the camp
I rolled an 11. It didn't show up in roll 20, but
with advantage?
yeah, it was a 9 and a 4.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, you find a camp spot. It's right by the road. Nothing could go wrong.
Okay. Famous last words.
Can I use my DM inspo to let him re-roll that? Is that okay? Can I gift it to him?
I have Inspire. I have Inspiration.
You can't re-roll it on an advantage already, though.
Triple advantage.
You have advantage on advantage.
Quadruple advantage.
Yeah, you guys managed to find a nice little spot by the road. Everything seems to be fine. Very calm outside and good to set up camp. There's like a nice little opening, like kind of glade for the rest of the caravan to set up camp as well.
Matthias is gonna give Zook his gift. He'll kind of walk over. Zook, do you have minutes?
Oh, sure. I got plenty of time.
I am not good at giving gifts, so he just kind of holds out the bottle in his hand. You smelled the herbalism kit, and it made you sick, so I distilled some of the smells that I thought that you'd like and made it so that they would not make you sick.
Oh, thank you. You're so nice.
Sure. Just be careful not to spray it everywhere, okay?
And I take it and start spraying it everywhere.
Sure.
What does it smell like?
Rosemary and thyme.
Very nice.
Matthias just like stands straight up, like perfect posture, stands straight up and goes, "Okay, you're welcome, bye." And he like walks away.
Perfect. Thank you.
Alright, cool. What else are we doing as we set camp for the night?
I wandered over to the caravan to quote unquote talk to somebody. Can I handle that?
Sure, yeah, what'd you like to do?
I'm looking for Koi.
Yes. You could definitely roll a perception check to find Koi. Yeah, you're able to find her as you make your way through the camp. You see what looks like a blonde-headed girl kind of leaning into a bag.
I'll approach her and say, "Hey, Koi, you remember me? I don't think we were introduced really. My name's Murko. Can I talk to you for a moment?"
She quickly drops what's in her hands. She looks up at you. Yeah? You're one of those people with the peoples, yeah? That Matthias guy?
Yeah. Listen, you're not in trouble or anything. I just want to let you know a couple things. Number one, well, let's just go to number two. I got a job for you, Koi.
Oh? I like jobs.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, it's not really a job, but the whole, you like to take things and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I think there might be a productive way to channel your ambitions.
Oh?
And I'm looking for something. You think you could help me out potentially?
Sure. What are you looking for?
Well, I don't know exactly, but you know how we don't want you stealing around the camp?
Stealing? Yeah.
Yeah, stealing, quote unquote. Well, you and I both know that you're gonna do what you're gonna do regardless. Isn't that right? I mean, well, don't answer that actually.
She shakes her head again, agreeing with you.
But the thing is, not everybody in this camp is really worth stealing from. A lot of these people, they don't have much. They're just refugees, I mean, there's nothing here really. At least nothing you'd be interested in. But there are things that I might be interested in, and maybe we can work together to find some pretty cool stuff around here.
This seems like a proposition. What do I get?
Well, on the one hand, you could get a piece of whatever we get. On the other hand, I'd take out my little pouch of 25 silver. I got some silver. You like silver?
She like looks at the thing and then like walks up and like hands out her hands to like look at it.
It's real silver. I don't got much, but you could buy a lot of candy and stuff with this.
I do like silver. Okay. 25. Wait, she starts counting. 25 silver.
When she goes to count it. I take it back. I say, look, don't get ahead of yourself now. Listen, here's some. I take out 10, put it in her hand, and you'll get the rest later. Now, here's the job. You can take it or leave it. Think about it overnight. But let me just let you know. There's a woman in this camp. She's got horns. You can't miss her. She rides around with a group of some folks, and they chant and they pray and they do that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the weird priest people. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the weird priest people, exactly. Now, I don't know what they got. I don't know what they're up to. But they gotta have something. I know people like that, they always have something. You know what I mean?
That's true.
That's true. So, maybe, if you get the itch, you go scratch it over there. You know what I mean?
What do you want me to get? What am I looking for something? Is it just anything? Is it like priesty things?
Well, see, I don't know exactly, but what I do know is sometimes the most valuable things you can't hold in your hand. You can't hold them in a box. You can't put them in a caravan. Sometimes what's most valuable is information. Remember earlier when you caught Brant talking to me behind your back?
He's pretty loud.
Well, that type of thing can be valuable. You know what I mean?
You're right. I have had people hire me to go look and hear things. Well, like Jens.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't hire
Right.
me, but somebody hired me to follow him, but he doesn't know that. Anyways, yes, I would do this. Go ahead and roll me a persuasion check with advantage.
As I roll this, I say, "Wait, you got hired to do what? Never mind."
Let's see how smart this little girl is. Not that smart. She just shakes her head. Okay. This sounds reasonable. But
Okay.
that it has to be all the silver in that bag.
Yeah, all the silver in the bag, exactly. And that way, you don't actually have to take anything physical from these people if there's nothing there. Nothing worth it anyway. There's something coming your way regardless.
Yeah,
As a matter of fact,
I just act cute.
sorry, go ahead.
Like I usually
Yeah,
am.
just act cute. Yeah, you know what you're doing. You're a pro.
She shakes her
And
head.
listen, no need to stick your neck out too far. If you come back empty-handed, you'll still get the rest of the gold. I'll be honest with you. But just do your best. And if you get caught, Yen sent you.
Okay. That seems reasonable.
Understood?
Yeah, let's shake on it. And she sticks out her hand.
I shake. I put another silver piece in my hand and I shake her hand.
Ooh, shiny. And she puts it back in her bag, tying it around her like little bag of coins that she has on her side.
And if you don't mind me asking, do you remember who hired you to look at Yen's?
Some noble.
Can't remember the name, face?
Big fat guy. I don't know.
Big fatty, those are the worst. Okay, well, thank you. Pleasure doing business with you. I'll see you around, all right?
Okay. Sounds
And
good.
again, just don't stick your neck out too far now. Just play it slow. You know what I mean?
Just act cute. I'm always cute. No, everybody loves me as far as I can tell.
Yeah, yeah. All right, I'll see you around. I'll see you in the morning.
Bye!
Bye.
She like waves at you as you walk away. As soon as you walk away, you see her start digging into the bag again. Cool. What are the rest of you doing?
Well, normally Brant would be first to offer to be on watch for the night, but after the last couple days and like he has not really slept. He has been so like all of his metal bits are like dusty and they're like binding and shit, and he's just like, so he just goes into his tent and like sits down and starts like cleaning everything and using his tools and trying to get everything fixed, and then he's passing out.
Cool. Brant's knocking out for the night. What about the rest of you?
I'll handle the first watch.
Zook would try to find Sorrel. Check up on her
Serial, yep.
and check up on his friend.
Sure. You can go and try to find Serial.
But before Zook leaves,
Yep.
I would like to give Zook the Vigilant Blessing. So he just has advantage on initiative roll.
Very
Should
nice.
it ever come.
Should he need it? Yes. Cool. What does this look like? Does it do any like? How do you give this to him?
I'd see Zook and Yappers walking away. I say, "Oh wait, real quick," and I just go over and give him a little pat on the shoulder, and like the symbol on my arm would kind of light up a little bit, and I guess my hand would light. Let's say it just goes from the symbol into my hand and into my man Zook. I'd say just be safe.
Oh, thanks. That's cool. Does your arm always light up?
Yeah, I guess it does sort of.
Oh, cool.
Well, have fun. I'd try and give Yappers a little pat too. Turn back to camp.
Cool. Jens, Matthias.
Matthias will take second watch.
I'm doing nothing. I'm ready to sleep. Just gonna go in my tent, cry myself to sleep.
Position.
That's funny. As Zook, as you were heading off, you see Murko kind of coming back to camp.
Hey, Murko.
Hey, Zook. How are things back at the other side?
All good. I think everyone's going to sleep.
Oh, good. I gotta get some shut-eye, too. Are you coming back, or what are you up to?
Oh yeah, I'll be back. I'm just gonna go check on my friend. Make sure she's okay.
All right. You need any help, or are you good?
I'm good. I got yappers.
All right, I'll see you in a bit.
Okay. Sleep tight. Don't let the bugs bite.
Says questionably.
Okay, just don't let bugs bite.
Will do. They don't like me much anyway.
Sure. Zook, you are heading into the camp. Go ahead and roll me a perception to try to find Serial. Lots of people now in this camp. You guys have a giant crew. You guys are about 80 strong.
Can I roll with advantage, as yappers would probably know how she smells?
Yeah, sure. I'll allow that.
Oh lordy. Yeah, we can't find her.
What did you roll?
I don't know why it's not showing up, but it's a 8.
Oh,
It was a 2 and a 1.
there's a lot of people in this camp now. It's pretty hard. You kind of walk around and you seem to kind of get lost in the throngs of people. A lot of people appear to be sleeping too, so even if, Serial was camped here, maybe she's already in her tent or something, so you're not able to find her.
All right, I'll spend a little bit of time walking around and see that there's probably, I guess, people going to sleep, and say that think to myself that she's probably going to sleep and head back with the others then.
Murko, you come back to camp. What are you doing? Anything?
I am going to cast alarm around our little side of the camp. I'm gonna try and populate it through D&D Beyond.
And what creatures are you allowing or not allowing?
I will allow all of us, anyone sleeping in our camp, which I'm guessing is just the 5 of us. And it's not long enough to encapsulate the whole caravan. So
Yeah, it's 8 hours, and I think it's 30, 40 feet.
yeah, something like that. I'll try and populate it. But yeah, I'm just gonna put it around our tents.
You could definitely do so. And then are you just heading to bed?
Yeah. Well, I'll say, did we figure out who's got first shift?
I got it. I'll do
You
it.
got it.
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right. You can wake me up when you're done. I'll take the second if needed.
Okay.
Put me in line wherever.
All right.
I'll see y'all in the morning.
Sleep good.
Cool. Zook, you come back to camp now. You see, who's on first watch? Arcturus?
Yes, sir.
And everybody else appears to have gone to bed.
Okay.
I will say, like I'm awake briefly for the start of the first watch, just because I have to like take my whole arm apart and like unthread all of the cables, so it's just like the bones, and then he like threads the muscles back into it and like gets it all back working, because he has to like take the whole thing apart because it's so like crusty from like all the shit that we've been going through. So he's there sort of watching at the beginning. Goes to bed. So I don't know if that does anything.
Are you outside or inside your tent?
Like I'm like in my tent, but like the flaps are open. I'm like sort of sitting like in the air, so like at the entrance of my tent.
Okay. I guess I'll walk up and I'll be like, "Oh, arm, it came off. What happened to your arm?"
It's a bit of a long story, but it gets a bit dirty, a bit beaten up after a while. Got to take care of it if I want it to keep working for me.
Oh.
Because
Got
it's
lots
sort
of
of
little
like,
things in there.
yeah, it's like if you look at the art of it, it's like this is out of character. It's sort of like a skeleton, and then like all the muscles are made of like brass cables that sort of are like the same shape as like the regular muscles, sort of, that like tie back in to the different muscle groups. So he'll like unfasten one and then sort of pull it out and clean it and then put it back in and go through like each of the cables.
Zook would just go out and touch it to see if what it feels like.
He'll just sort of pull one and just like dangle it, like
Oh, this
it
is
it
so
feels like
cool.
really really warm brass.
Your arm always been like this?
No, not always.
How do you make it work?
One of these, and he just sort of like taps on his chest, on the fire core that he worked so hard to go get back. Which is just it's sort of like a little circular piece that glows, and it's sort of set into his left pec.
That is so cool. I wonder if I can get one of those.
Well, I'm not sure it's really worth it, but if you think so, then be my guest, I suppose.
I mean, we look cool with 3 arms.
Yeah, I mean, 3 arms, more the merrier. Do you have any sort of magic to make that work?
Need magic? I could do a little bit of magic, but I don't know if I know that kind of magic.
Yeah, mine only really works because
If you're not feeling well, I can maybe make you feel a little bit better.
no, I'm feeling okay. Just sort of routine maintenance,
Okay. Well, I hope you do okay with putting your arm back together. If you need any help, let me know.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
And I don't know. Look, tired, I guess. I'm gonna let you go to sleep and go check up on Arcturus.
Arcturus, what are you doing outside? What do you look like as he kind of approaches?
I assume I'd kind of be sitting on top of something a little higher, just like kick back, looking up at the stars.
What are you doing?
Just get the first what, and I turn. Why are you still awake? From sleep? I appreciate it, but
I'll get some
you know,
sleep.
all right.
I just saw you up
Yeah.
here, and I wanted to come check on you, make sure you're okay.
Thank you. I'm good though. Are you okay?
Well, I'm good. It's nice to be around people.
Yes, it is. You're right about that. How's
You're
Yapper
different
doing?
looking, Pepper. You look different though.
Me? Why?
You got all these like scales.
Yeah, I guess. You want to touch one?
Oh yeah, can I touch one?
Sure.
How does it feel?
This shit is scaly.
Oh, this feels so weird. Kind of reminds me of when I was talking to a snake once.
You were talking to a snake?
Sure.
That is something that I wish I could do.
I talk to all kinds of small animals.
Really?
Yeah.
Could you show me sometime?
Oh, yeah. When we come across an animal, I can talk to him. Because I talk to yappers all the time. He doesn't really talk back to me though.
Has he ever?
Not with words. Sometimes he looks at me. I know what he's feeling.
You understand?
Yeah, we have a real close bond.
Good. How's he feeling right now?
I think he may be tired.
Yeah. You should probably get some sleep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna sleep under the stars. I don't sleep with tents.
Sweet.
Nope. With that, we head into First Watch. Arcturus says the night goes on, nothing really seems to happen. Seems to be pretty quiet outside. Not much going on. Go ahead and roll me a perception check. With the
You're
20,
rolling tonight.
it's really good.
You kidding?
What you will hear is you hear the soft sound of a kind of violin playing in the camp over. But other than that, everything is quiet. You hear the fire kind of gently kind of sparking as it does, and your friends sleeping. You also hear Brant snore briefly in his sleep as he does so. Kind of a puff of exhaust coming out of his armor as he kind of leans over, kind of turns around in his tent here.
Hey, if I'm sleeping, there's not much fire going on. Okay.
And
Could be a bad dream.
There's no magical ripping of ass through my arms while I'm sleeping. Thank you very much.
There's no poofing going on? No puffing?
No puffing. But yeah, first watch goes pretty quietly, besides the violin.
I remember what Murko said about he wants a second one to kind of roll up to his tent and like listen in, see if he's awake. I'm not trying to make any noise. I'm just
No, I think elves like trance, so it's just you don't hear anything.
okay. Well, if I don't hear anything, then I'm just gonna stay up and take the next watch too.
He doesn't wake you up. Cool. Yeah, go ahead and make me another perception check for your second watch.
Hey, I'm rolling.
God damn.
Nice.
And now I have to roll. 1 second.
Wait, and I hurry up and I wake up Murko instead. No,
Okay. As you are sitting there, the violin eventually stops playing. You assume that this person has gone to sleep. And as you kind of sit there pondering the events of the day, you do hear what sounds like footsteps approaching your camp. And as this happens, we will cut for the night.
Oh, sing a song of Elturel, of water, woods, and hill. The sun dawned on her ruddy cliffs, and fields green and still. This land